Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Kerbal Space Program Colonization Episode 9, which originally aired live on Twitch. That looks pretty good. Quick save, because I've been known to screw these up. Deploy the landing arms. And this shuttle is lacking lights? It is not. I have lights right here. I got landing lights. All right, let's burn some of our Delta V, some of our, so we don't come in too hard. And there is my debris that's gonna land and smash in about 5 seconds, right? Boom. Let's slow down. Electrocharge is good. Making sure that I am above land, not sea, and also making sure that I'm set for surface, not orbit. Because as you can see, it's slightly different. Point to prograde or retrograde. I do see some moon rocks, so I'm gonna go pick some of them up as well, because I think they're science. I could even take the challenge of trying to land near it. Here, let me quick save and accept that challenge. This part is, it takes practice landing like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. And as you can see, I'm out of practice. Give it a little juice. I'm trying to land as close to that impact crater as I can. And this is a very good practice if I want to start colonizing. Because when I start colonizing, I'm going to want to land my stuff in close proximity to one another. Which means it's going to be really, really, really important that I practice precision landing. Oh god, it's very, very mountainous. Well, I'm walkably close. I could have gotten closer, but it looks like they see me sliding. Turn on the lights, or turn off the lights. I don't really need them. Okay, we good? We good? Brakes, please. Little brakes. All right, we have stopped. Quick save. And Bill, the engineer, you are going to get you know what? How do I even do this? Bill, your parachute pin. Your parachute goes. Oh. Darn it. Okay. I'm playing like... Alright. That's fine. Let go. Mac, thanks for the bits. Oh god, don't punch the ship, dude. Alright, so we can take a surface sample. We can get an EVA report. I should put down a flag. You know, I'm going to have the pilot pick put down the flag. Valentina will put down the flag. So you are going to deploy the solar panels. Now, ideally, what I would want to do is I would want to deploy the solar panels not in a crater so it has better sunlight. But here's fine. And then let's go ahead and get close to the storage unit to grab more stuff. Oh, come on. Okay, I have a parachute that I can't put away. Whatever. I have this missing parachute. All right, let's put down the experiment control. And it just needs to be close to the solar panels. Done. Okay, I have this ghost chute. I can't put that away. I'm gonna ignore the ghost chute for now. Oh, good. I like deleted this chute or something. I don't know what happened. Oh god, don't headbutt the ship, please. All right, next up, let's go ahead and grab the goo. Moon's haunted. Oh god. Okay, so this is my goo experiment. You know what I just realized? I don't think I brought a antenna to send this experiment home. I think the control station has like a weak antenna. Yeah, it has a weak antenna. So that probe that we left up in orbit is actually kind of necessary. All right, come here, ship. What are you doing? This isn't Tokyo Drift. This is the Mun, yo. More solar panels. Leap. Crunch. So here, as you can see, it's producing science per hour. And more solar panels. So power needed 2, power available 4. I'm overpowering it, but you know what? That's fine. Better over than under. Okay, what else is left? Of course, all the onboard experiments, and then the flag from Valentina, which I'll have her set up in a sec. I don't even know what these experiments are. Perform EVA science? Oh. 4? Well, alright. For 100 science? I don't mind if I do. Alright, let's put these science experiments back so that Valentina can do one. God, my ship is really just leaving me. Alright, give me my jetpack, please. Such an elegant creature. Jump. Forest, jump. Board. Alright, before I forget, let's do the full complement of crew reports. Crew report. I'm going to get 2 crew reports, even though it doesn't really matter. Valentina, you are going to get some science experiments instead of a parachute. And let's do the material study. So this is from twin craters. Close the doors. Barometric pressure. Temperature. Goo 1. Goo 2. Pressure and temperature 1 and 2. And close doors. Valentine out. Let go. All right, there's a few things I want to do. I want to grab a... So I already have a soil sample, but I'm going to grab another soil sample. I'm going to put down a flag, and then I'm going to grab a moon rock. So I'm going to put my flag where the experiments are. Surface sample, done. EVA report. Actually, take an EVA report from just above. EVA science. And what if she hit the ship and blew it up? That would be hilarious. All right, what else did I want to do with you? Keep that. Plant flag. Mon. Twin crater? I think it's twin craters. Yeah, it's plural. Twin craters. Done. And then, being the pilot that you are, let's go get the rock from the coal thing. Not that one. Coming in hot. Don't worry, it's just my ankles. No one needs ankles. Take... What, this isn't something I can chip away at? Okay, maybe this isn't the right kind of rock. Luckily, I landed next to two. Oh, you know what? It's not even letting me do it. Am I doing it wrong? Oh, pick up Munstone. There it is. No, I was doing it right. I guess the other thing is not a Munstone. I don't know. And, aww. That's not going to be more science, but I'm going to take it anyway. Alright, Rocket, here I come. Alright, the judges say 0. Anything else that I have yet to do? I think that's everything. Board. That's going to be pretty good science. And then this little goo container will generate science over time for me. We're good, right? Hab, 7 days. Supply, 7 days. Perfect. Bye, Moon. Was a pleasure. Now I'm blasting off from the not the equator, which is going to be a little different, because it means that when I circularize, I'm going to have a weird inclined orbit, but that's fine. I'll still be able to get home. All right, let's try. I'm going to try to do this part quick, so as to not take too much time. And this burn is going to have me stage off 2 of these side engines at this white mark here, if you can see it. And then the indicator of 3 to 2. Bye. All right, I'm orbiting now. Barely. Okay, and the next burn will be here-ish. That gets me home. Periaps is 75k. Doesn't need to be perfect. Periaps of... Nope, that's a high periaps. 39k. All right. Let's do a periaps, an orbiting periaps, so I can try to land again near desert or so where to land? Desert, KSC, or Woomerang, if I'm spelling that right. So there's the poll. And you can choose. Right at the landing pad of KSC. If I had engines that could survive re-entry, I could probably manage that. Quick save and time warp. So this is 1 day, and this is 1 day 3 hours, 1 day 1 hour. So let's circularize at the periaps, and then you all can pick what my landing spot is. It looks like Kerbal Space Center is going to be the thing. Can I change focus, please? I forget the hotkey for, like, return focus to craft. Alright, so Kerbal Space Center is here. It's going to be a little weird to line up a landing at Kerbal Space Center with this inclined orbit, but we'll see how bad I am at predicting my aero brakes. I feel like I'm going to need beer for that. So the circularization here is just to make it easier to pick my landing spot. But given the low thrust of these Terrier rockets, where I will not have a thrust-to-weight ratio of above 1, they don't really aid in me landing anywhere specific. Good enough. All right, let's time warp a little bit, because I don't want to land at night. So I'm going to orbit a few times, making sure I keep an eye on my habitation timers. So this is Kerbal Space Center right here. So one more orbit, and I'll bring us into Kerbal Space Center. So at here, maneuver like that. Okay. Quick save. And let's go. Yeah, Terriers are great for their fuel efficiency, but they're not really, they're not powerhouses by any stretch of the imagination. I barely have a positive thrust-droid ratio with the 2 Terriers that I have right now in, like, space. That's how bad it is. Is there a Kerbal Everest? There are some mountains, yeah. They're not special, though. I mean, you can see the topography here. Like, these are pretty tall mountains. I don't know what the tallest point is. You can probably wiki that. But since it's not special in any way, it doesn't also matter really at all. You don't get anything special for landing on a summit of the tallest mountain of Kerbin. Alright, well, I still have 1200 Delta V, which allows me to fine-tune this if I feel like it needs it. Quick save again. Time warp. I am going to want to blast up. Get a little bit more height here. And no, maybe I did the wrong thing. Let's adjust right there. That looks good. Okay. This looks pretty solid for an aero brake. I'm going to try to keep my rockets so that I can feather this better. But of course, my thrust to weight ratio is going to be destroyed. So as I approach the re-entry. Burn, burn, burn. As soon as I get through the thick atmosphere, yeah, my thruster weight, for real, it's positive? If you say so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes. Yes. Deploy. 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 I am landing at the runway. Yeah. Oh man. Any closer and I would risk damaging Kerbal Space Center. Yeah, that's pretty good for eyeballing, I'd like to think. And not only that, I somehow remembered to change my staging and I can recover these side rockets. All right, Valentina, are you ready to walk home? That is so close. I guess I'll put the lander legs out. Not that I think they matter, because there's only 2 of them. Funk. And... Splat. You know what's funny? I can't leave this craft. The doors have been obscured by the way they fell. But Yeah, I mean, the distance to me to get to the runway is the same distance from the vehicle to the launch pad, more or less. Recover? Let's see how many meters it says I was away. I think they honestly measure in meters, not kilometers. I was so close. And I'm going to be getting a ton of science. An absolute ton. So, I got 560 science. I was 1.6 kilometers away. What's crazy is my island landing was almost closer. But I got 18,000 back from landing so close. Bill leveled up. Valentina got some experience. And 17 experiments have been recovered. Wow, nice. Very, very nice. So the contract for science data from MUN is complete. And then if I take a look at the tracking center, I have those experiments out there. So I have the... Oh, that's interesting. They want to put a satellite in almost the same orbit that the Dirty Mike satellite is in. But I have the experiment control that actually has a clear shot all the way back to Kerbal Space. So I guess its built-in antenna's not bad. And then Dirty Mike here doesn't have a line of sight, so is not currently connected. The next mission here, let me update, is dock with the... Dock with the Dirty Mike relay. Yep. So let's leave this facility. Or go back to the facility. Go to the vehicle assembly building. And use up my science, maybe, before I do anything else. But I probably don't even need to redesign this craft much. Yeah, the pole's done. I closed it. So let's rip this off. Gone. Put the Clampotron Jr. here. And then to make it easier to dock with it, because I haven't docked, honestly, I haven't docked crafts in a ridiculously long amount of time, period of time. I'm a little worried about doing it poorly. There we go. We'll have lights that point up towards the docking spot. This is going to have a new name. It's going to be the JDV2. MK1, Mark 1. Save. This will still have the experiments. Let's see, Jeb and Bob. Or actually, Stelton and Bob. No, that's not Stelton. Stelton and Bob. Save. Same experiments as I ran before. Except for this time, I'm going to have an empty spot to put stuff. So let's, Bob, ditch your parachute, because that was really annoying. And then Stelton, ditch your parachute. Okay, cool. So we have a dock point. I think that's all I needed to really change. There was nothing functionally wrong with this craft. It'll be a little bit lighter because we don't have a satellite on the nose anymore. But that's a good point, Superman. Is there experiments that I can unlock right now that would benefit me? So let's go spend my research. There's probably so much research to spend, I'm not even going to pull for it because there's just too much. Advanced electrics gives me larger photovoltaics and a light strip. None of which are needed for right now. The weather analyzer is not helpful at all because there's no weather on the MUN. If you right click on it, it says requires an atmosphere. Yes, it does. So without an atmosphere, which MUN does not have one, it does not help. There is a scanning arm. So I can scan the surface feature. I could stick a scanning arm on my probe. And then there's a larger container module, a mobile science processing lab. So I'm gonna get advanced exploration. And this actually, it's super expensive, but I'm actually going to go for the survey scanner here. Probably. Let me double check. So I don't really care for the rover wheels and stuff. The command module, nah. Specialized control, nah. Advanced landing doesn't really matter right now. The aerodynamics doesn't matter. The actuators would be pretty nice. The actuators are necessary in order to grab asteroids, but I don't have my tracking station high enough for that. Specialized construction is for mostly colonization parts. Advanced fuel systems is larger tanks. I think, yeah, that's a big tank. And some RCS monopropellant tanks, which I needed before, but it's not necessary. Precision propulsion would be good for the satellite propulsions. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just stack science here. So let's get scanning tech, and we're left with 160 left, which gives me maybe advanced electrics. Or maybe advanced fuel systems. I'm not sure. Or even bigger command modules wouldn't be terrible. Because the Lander Can 2 is decent. So I'm going to do command modules for the Lander Can 2. Give me 3 science left. Okay. Taking a look at the mission. Plant a flag on the MUN. Easy to do. And anything else? Build a new surface outpost on MUN. I'm not doing this one, even though it pays real well, because I need to bring a MPL lab, which is super heavy. So I'm not going to bother doing that right now. This is just the orbital explore the MUN orbital rendezvous. That's what matters to me. Okay, I think everything else doesn't matter. So I might be building a novel craft now. A brand new craft using the... I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to throw in the extra sciencey stuff and not redesign from the ground up. So science. Let's open up the surface bay. Oh boy, there's no room. I will risk... I'm going to risk my supplies. Attached to the side. You know, a little starvation as a motivation to get home. And what else did I unlock here? I unlocked... The important one is I unlocked the fluid spectrovariometer. So I'm going to sort of awkwardly embed it there. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Actually, let me reassess. So the variometer will go... So I don't want it to burn up because it clips outside of the containment. So there's the variometer. And then what I need to do is redesign the bottom of this a little bit to accommodate batteries. But I never really ran low on batteries, so I'm not too worried about it. So here's a few batteries, and then we'll have a barometer and a thermometer, because we're still going to land on the surface of the Mun and do more surface science. So, all right, that fits. That's nice. The supplies are on the outside. I hope my dudes aren't hungry. The light scanning arm, I might be able to... Yeah. So if I stuck it where it's stuck now, it has enough range, it has enough reach to hit soil underneath. Actually, I could even do it. How heavy is this? 0.06. I'm going to stick the scanning arm there. Can you go away? This stupid pop-up. Okay. 0.06, right? 0.06. So what else weighs 0.06? Or roughly 0.06? Because then a goo container. 0.05. Okay. So then I'm going to just stick a goo container arbitrarily on the other side to offset the weight. So it's balanced. It's not a lot of weight, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, that gets low enough to easily scan the soil underneath. No, Kerbals cannot not land on Jewel. Okay, so that's all I need here, I think. Yep. Save. And the portable experiments haven't really changed, right? Because... No, they haven't changed. I'm not even sure if the experiments are worth setting up a new set, but I'll do it anyway. All right, we're good to go. Save and launch. I'm always so timid. I'm never 100% sure. What do you think, Yoda? Is it gonna work? Is Daddy gonna rendezvous? There you are. Okay, Stelton, take it away. So the mission I'm working on right now is a milestone mission. And I don't even need a dock. It just needs to be rendezvous. I'm going to probably dock. What I'll do is I'll rendezvous it and then see if the docking mission gets offered, so that I can dock on someone else's dime. And we are indeed blasting off again. So the project description, is it updated? Yes, dock with the Dirty Mike relay. That's exactly what we're trying to do. As you can see, I've been tilting hard this time. We'll see if it benefits me. All right, yeah, it's we're starting off pretty circularized. Whoa, we took some heat. Nothing. F3 is okay. F3 is flood events, and yeah, we did not. Nothing burned up. Nothing broke. We're fine. We're good. But because of my like ballistic trajectory, like we were in ICBM, we definitely took some heat there. All right, circularizing. As you can see, I'm saving a few little delta V by circularizing because of the launch angle that I took. We're almost in space. Okay, we can press slash to cancel. Gonna burn a little early, so I have wiggle room for adjustments. And now we're just trying to rendezvous. I don't know how within visual range, which I think is like 2K. So rendezvous with the dirty mic, relay. Not so bad. I like this mainsail. It packs a punch. There really is an advantage to like having a lot of thrust, which is that space missions are just fast. Much, much faster. Gotta say, you guys in chat are talking about some weird stuff. Keeping yourself entertained. All right. So now the satellite is at 100K. As we've established, I put it very delicately in 100K orbit. And what I want to do here is to get in a much different orbit around the moon. Because if you're the same distance from the satellite, you can't rendezvous with it very easily. So I'm going to go for like a much higher orbit so I can rendezvous more easily. So there's the burn that I want. That puts me in about a 600K orbit. Do like a 300K orbit. There we go, 275. That works. And that way, if you have... So, if you think about it this way, two things that are the same distance from the target will also orbit at the same speed, which means you never catch up to one another. So, like, if there was a identical Earth on the other side of the sun, the Earth and identical Earth would just spin around the sun, never ever interrupting one another, never rendezvousing with one another. You know, it would just be like two atoms that never touch orbiting, or two electrons rather, orbiting an atom that never touch, or something like that. I mean, that's a bad example, but you know, or the opposite ends of one of those like Ferris wheels. So instead, we're going to have one with a smaller orbit and one with a larger orbit. So the smaller orbit spins faster and the larger orbit spins slower so that we can plan a rendezvous. And, you know, allowing us to plan a rendezvous will complete this contract mission. Again, you know, very layman term here, but hope it makes sense. It'll make more sense when we're over there. Decaying orbits are a thing, yeah. They're a thing. But you can imagine a perfect scenario where there's a sun and then two Earths of identical mass on opposite sides of the sun. They would just spin around in unison, never catching up to one another. Completely as a hypothetical. It's not realistic because orbiting bodies tend not to take the same plane, as that is not a stable orbit for, but that doesn't matter. I'm just saying it's a hypothetical. Alrighty. Hey, Byron, thanks for gifting out a sub to Anchor. Alright, so periapps of 230k, that works. And let's save and warp to here. I'm going to cancel, save again, and warp again. And there's the Dirty Mike relay that we're trying to rendezvous with. And at the periapps, I am going to circularize like that. And then we'll, after we circularize, we'll queue up a rendezvous. It would be possible, although very much more difficult, to queue up a rendezvous without circularizing. But given that we have plenty of fuel, I'm not going to make it necessarily harder than it needs to be. The circularization is obviously the way easier route, so that's what we'll do. All right, time warp and circularize. Good enough. So now we select Dirty Mike as a target, and we have a slight inclination compared to it. So I'm going to correct my ascending and descending node. So if you take a look, let me demonstrate again. Here at these dotted lines is where you can, at the descending or ascending node, is where you should adjust your inclinations. So you create a maneuver, and then you fix the inclination. And there we go. That will put us on the same plane. Great. And that allows us to like line up or whatever. So thrust limit, let's go down to like 5%. I haven't noticed that the that my like experiment that's on the surface has made me science. All right, right now I have 3.7 science. Let's see if it does anything for me, because I like I said, I haven't noticed that it has. So this is a very small adjustment to bring us in the same plane, so we can rendezvous. All right, good enough. Yep, difference of 0. So if you take a look at the velocity of the JD 2v0 ship here, we're traveling around the moon at 400 meters per second. And if you take a look at the velocity of the Dirty Mike relay, it's traveling around at 466. The velocities are different because the altitude is different, and that allows us to rendezvous at some point. So then what we're going to do is we are going to create a burn like this to do the rendezvous, where if I burn... Oh god, that I just set it up perfect first try. If we burn here and remove a lot of remove our velocity, we'll have a separation of 100 meters. If there was an opposite Earth, you wouldn't see it because the sun is in the way. True. We wouldn't know. Well, unless we had. So we've sent satellites to other planets, so we would know from those satellites. But until you've sent satellites to other planets, you'd actually not know. It'd be impossible. Or, I guess you could, sense the gravitational waves or something. I don't know, but you wouldn't ever visually see it. Much the way that we haven't really seen the dark side of the moon in a lot of detail. All right, so here's the transfer burn. This one is very sensitive and important to get correct. So we're bringing our periaps down to match that of the apoaps and periaps of the Dirty Mike satellite. And regardless of whether or not the mission calls for it, I intend to dock with the satellite. Because why not? Ooh, hydrate. Don't mind if I do. I'm going to have to pause for that, though. Cheers. Okay, our separation will be 100 meters. So essentially, I'm going to smack into Dirty Mike Yo. Okay. Next up, we are going to want to warp to just before the rendezvous, like this. Making sure that I have, plenty of food, plenty of hab. That's no problem. All right, there we go. And now, the meters per second difference between Dirty Mike and I are about 100 meters. So I'll have to change my delta V by about 100 meters to match it. But it should be pretty soon within visual radius. So right now I'm doing a little bit of a burn to match it. Yep, I can see it. And now we are only 24 meters away. I just got credit for the Explore the Mun. We've rendezvoused 2 vehicles. But what I want to do is I want to match it closer. So that the satellite is very, very... Oh, minimized. The satellite is very close to me. So now I'm moving towards it. 20 meters per second. So then I have to... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Now I have to spin around and blast in the other direction. But essentially, we are easily within rendezvous. And I just want to cut all of my delta V, all of the difference of the speed of the target, and so that we sit next to one another. All right, now we have a speed difference of 9 meters per second, which is nearly impact proof. If we bounced. The problem I'm having is the vessel that I'm controlling is very awkward. I'm on top of it now. We're a difference of less than a meter per second. Let me hide that. And okay, so we're basically sitting on top of one another now, as you could tell. And I'm going to quick save. And I'm going to go back to the space station because I'm curious if they're going to offer me a docking mission, which I am primed to do. I wouldn't really need to do very much to dock with this satellite. The satellite is literally built to dock with me because it has reaction, control, and all that jazz. So, world first milestones and contract complete. Yes. Okay. Docking on or around the Mun is the next step. Perfect. So, yeah. I'm glad to have checked that. All right. Let's fly. Actually, you know what? Let's fly the relay. Because the ship itself is very clunky and hard to control, but the relay is agile. Oh no, I take that back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the big ship here point towards the relay and turn on its lights, so that the docking port is facing the satellite, because that will be a lot easier. So I just right-clicked on the docking port junior, and if I point towards this target node, that's an indicator that we're looking at one another. Like this. Cool. And then switch targets, which is bracket. Turn on my reaction wheels. Oh, I need to go to docking mode, which is why we're drifting apart. Control from here and target Clampotron. All right, line ourselves up like this, go back to docking mode. Make sure to be lined up and slowing down. My RCS is a little powerful, but I still have a lot of monopropellant left. All right. Done. First try. Contract is complete. And world first milestone. The Clampotrons here are slightly magnetic. So once they get within like a meter of one another, they sort of, like a molybdenum magnet, they attract one another. It makes it pretty easy. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that you're aligned in planes, and then you slowly move forward, because otherwise you collide, kablam, it's bad. So that's why I had to keep switching from docking mode to docking mode. So docking mode is like this axis, but not angling. And then regular staging mode is like the angle. So you have to make sure that you're angled towards the ship, and then you use docking mode to align. So there's a lot of axes, and it's actually I know I made it look easy. It's difficult. Scientific data space around Mun. Well, I can do that for free. And then what is my next milestone? I don't have another milestone. I think it's waiting for me to mess with Min-Miss, as far as I could tell. Okay. So, transfer any crew between vessels near the Mun. Okay, so the problem is my satellite doesn't have the ability to house crew. So I didn't plan properly. I should have had some sort of crew housing in this satellite that I dropped out there. And as a result, I'm going to have to dock. I'm going to have to basically make a crummy little space station to fulfill that, which is too bad. Thank you for watching Kerbal Space Program Colonization, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next episode, or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell.